Hi, it's Gadget UK here again. As you can see, this time we're looking at a Nintendo DSi XL delivered in an XL box. Just look how big the box is, it's crazy. So I've been wanting a DSi for a while actually. The last one I had on my channel showed it was that white one when I looked at a couple of DS Lites at the same time, and when I cleaned that white one up it was good as new. It was really in A1 condition, and I gave it to Scott actually, Scott's Gaming Asylum, is it? Yeah, it used to be Console Snob. Yeah, so I can't show you the top screen right now because there is a little girl on there, presumably somebody's girlfriend or sister, because the name is Harry actually, unless she's called Harry. Yeah, it could be Harry's DS Lite, but anyway, I'll just close the screen. Yeah, it's got some games and things installed on it, but it powers on. It's nearly flat, so I'm going to charge it. Now I've got a 3DS cable here, if I can just pull it around. So I think that should fit from memory. Yeah, there we go, it's charging up I think. I think it goes blue when it's charging on these. Or is that the Wi-Fi? I'm not sure now actually. Yeah, that's right, that's the charge light I think. So I'll plug that back in. Oh, there we go, that's the charge light, the middle one. It's mysterious how these LEDs change colours like that. Anyway, I never noticed that. But what caught my eye about this one is how excellent it is, the condition. Look at it. There's no scratches, it's just dirt. It's in immaculate condition actually. It's just very dirty. Yeah, these things generally have broken hinges and gouges and scratches and stuff. This has been very well looked after. Just a bit of dirt on the underside there. From what I understand, it's not reading games. Now, on first inspection, you're not going to be able to see. I'll get the torch onto this in a minute. I can't see any cart pins in there whatsoever. Now, it may well be that they changed it so that when you push the cart in, the cover is then exposed so that it can make a connection. I don't know. I've got one of these flash carts here that allows me to use a micro SD. I've also got a few original DS games as well. Let's just try my copy of Aliens to see if that will work. I mean, I'm suspecting it won't. I suspect we're going to have a bent pin actually within the unit. Yeah, it didn't detect that at all. But you can see there's a few things installed here, I think. If we go along here, yeah, brain training. Let's just try that. Yeah, sweet. So, yeah, that's nice. Interesting how it's not English. Anyway, the main thing is, it's functioning, it's in good condition. Just need to work out what's wrong with the cart slot now. So the immediate problem I have with this is I cannot reset it. If I do a format system memory, you'll see here it's got a parental controls restriction. It's asking for a pin. Which, you know, I've guessed and guessed and guessed, tried all the obvious combinations. You can't get past it. You could do a factory reset, apparently. I wouldn't really call it a factory reset. And what you've got to do is hold all the buttons down, apart from the D-pad, and power it on. So what I mean by that is, if I just put it down, the easy way I found is to use the flap from the battery, just switch it off, hold the flap there, because then it holds all the buttons down for you, hold the right shoulder button, hold the left shoulder button, press the power, and you will see it'll go into the calibration screen there. But yeah, use that, super helpful to do that. But all that is calibration. It doesn't give us anything else other than a recalibration really. Anyway, so I've found a website that seems to allow you to unlock this. So what you've got to do is go into the recovery process of trying to, you know, get your recovery thing. I'll see if I can do that. I'll get to the right place, hang on. So as you can see, I don't know the details. In order to reset it, you do the I forgot, and then it says, as you can see up there, what's your mother's maiden name? Well, I forgot, because I don't know, it's not mine. And it gives you a code here. You can see this, 1500439. Now the important thing to note here is, before you visit the website, I'm about to show you in a minute, just make sure you get the date and time set correctly, because that factors into the number, I think, that's generated here. So I've typed that code in there, and the date and time you've got to have obviously the current date and time, and you click get reset code, and as you can see it's giving me 06931. So if we type that code in now, 06931, click OK, there we go. So we can now just clear the settings. Yeah, settings cleared, and it's back to stock. The parental controls are completely disabled. Woo, managed to reset it. Yeah, so I've formatted it. So we'll at least we're starting from a level playing field now. Hang on. So I'll try the game again. I don't expect it's going to detect it. There is definitely something going on with the cart slot. All the pins look straight, but it did come up with a game there. Did you see that? Yeah, I think we just got a bad connection on the cart. I might get some contact cleaner in there. So I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this. I'll try and get the torch to shine down there. Can you see the pins? There's a plastic flap on a spring. So yeah, that's different from the DS Lite and the earlier DSIs, because with those I think those pins there are just exposed. You can see them without pushing anything down, and often what happens is they'll get bent to the sides. As I described in other videos, if you use a flash cart like this, it's not got the plastic inserts, the dividers between each of the connections there. There is one on that side, can you see there, a little plastic guide, and it keeps the pin, the connector in that channel. You can't slide around to the sides, if you were to force a cart in too hard, or with a one that's got contaminants on it, bit of dirt or something. Those can all, catch on the pins and bend the pins out or pull under themselves, etc. So yeah, sometimes you'll need to, if you watch my DS Lite repair video, I'll stick a link to it, or a thing up here. On that video I used a tool like this and attached a needle to it, and was able to just probe in there and just straighten the pins very carefully. So that's one technique you can do. Beyond that, if the pins are really badly bent or broken off, you would have to disassemble the unit, desolder the slot there with hot air probably, because I think it's surface mounted in terms of where it joins, although there's quite a few anchor points that perhaps are through hole, and replace the slot, which is a nightmare to do. It's not easy, not for the novice. But yeah, these flash carts and stuff are really what cause the problems. If you just use official carts, you tend to find the pins are okay for forever. Really, as soon as you start sticking these carts in like this, if you're not careful when you stick it in. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is get some IPA onto the edge of the cart, and I'm going to use the flash cart because typically the traces are a bit more protruded. Actually, the PCB generally is just a wee bit thicker. And then just do a bit of insert remove a number of times, and we'll see what difference that makes. So let's give that a go now. Let's get the game in. Came straight up. You see that? Let's take it back out, put it back in. That's it. That's all it needed. Dirty slot. Sweet, that was a super easy restore. So I'll clean it up now, I think, just get some soap and water. It's pretty much good as new, this, I think. So I've ordered a proper replacement stylus for this. In the meantime, I've got a mint green one here that does fit in there. It protrudes a little bit when it's in there, but all I'm going to do, like I say, is just a bit of soap and water. Spray some onto there. It's just washing up liquid mixed with water. I think it's something like 5 parts soap, 95 parts water. Actually, it's mostly water. Look how shiny that is. There's not a mark on it. That is immaculate. I can't believe I managed to get one like that. That's like new. That's incredible. That little girl has well looked after this DSI for sure. So with the things like that, where you've got recessed plastic, just damp the end of a toothbrush, well, one that you don't want to brush your teeth with, obviously, and just go like that. You can see all the bits of dirt have come out of there. That's good as new again. Fantastic. There's no SD card in there, but yeah, I've got plenty of SD cards I could put into that. As you can see, nice and clean. So we'll do the same thing on the plus and minus there for the volume, because there's a wee bit of dirt got into the actual you know, cavities there on the moulding. I mean, if this was super dirty, I'd perhaps take it to pieces and, you know, strip it down, but it's not. It's hardly being used, this, I think. Yeah, we're almost there now. That's looking good as new, I think. Let's give that a wipe. There we go, dirt removed. Same thing on the shoulder buns. Can you see the dirt gets recessed? So we'll turn our attention to the inside now, switch it off. Again, just soap and water, very gently. And again, I tend to use the toothbrush on things like this as well, just to go around the edges, because you can get any bits of dust and dirt that have gone in the edges there out this way. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. There's just a few bits in the very corner there. There you go, look at that. That's immaculate, that screen. So again, just gently over the buttons. The interesting thing with this ended up at one of these recycling companies. I can't imagine anyone would have got much second hand for it, because I paid £10 for this, which is incredible when you think about it. Yeah, so we'll just give the top screen the same treatment here. Wow, look at that. That is just immaculate. There is not a mark, not a single blemish on either screen. As good as new. That's as good as the day it came out of the box, I am absolutely sure. Yeah, very, very pleased. Well, I really love that deep glossy green there. Fantastic. So we'll get the battery flat back on. There's a bit of dirt to remove there. Can you see you sometimes get bits of corrosion and dirt and stuff in the heads of the screws there? I think primarily it's dirt actually, so again, I'm just going to go over it with a dry toothbrush here to get all that dirt out of that. Yeah, that's a bit better actually, screws look okay now. And it's a similar thing here. You might want to go around the edge, because the dirt will get into the edge there actually, just in the very edges, and you might be able to see it. Although this has had so little use, I would imagine there's probably nothing going to show through. There we go. So we'll just get that on and just wipe that mark off. So we'll try soap and water on that mark, but we might need to get some IPA. It looks like a cable mark or something, you know, some white plastics rubbed against that. No, it's come off. There you go, just soap and water again. Sweet. So let's give it a try. Switch it on. So I'm going to turn the sound up. So we'll try taking the game in and out a couple of times. Yeah, that's working. So we'll try my flash cart. I don't know whether it's going to work with the version of firmware that's on here, you know, because at various points, obviously, the firmware's been updated to try and protect these systems from these carts. This one might not be compatible with that. I suspect that's the case, actually. So I ended up getting this nice wallet actually to store it in, and a carry case which I hacked apart actually because it just didn't fit very well over the screen. But as you can see, you know, it looks in remarkable condition. I got a new stylus for it, as you can see, proper black one. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.